hang on. Hot Alien Smash or Pass, and then it's got Don't Worry About It.
Yeah, I figured I'd write, because I made this channel in the afternoon, and I was like, okay, someone's going to see this and ask about why there's a Hot Alien Smash or Pass channel.
So you've put in the notes, don't worry
I
about
changed the notes to just, don't worry about it.
Was this what you called your homework file?
It's not.
You just got this load of, like, you got this file.
It's not
Don't
called
Worry
homework, it's
About
just
It.
called Don't Worry About It. I wish I had. That's a great name. Where do we want to begin with everything that's happened in the past week?
The past week?
Now that I'm here, I can't remember much of what's happened.
So, okay, things to talk to. Tell our audience about. Number 1, I have 50 chocolate croissants.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Has it really only been a week since the croissant incident?
That felt like a month ago.
I now have 48 chocolate croissants. I've not made much headway.
Oh, my God.
Grace has been living out of sync with the world by half an hour, and 3, our glorious fourth host, Pepper, does not want us to record today because we just spent 15 minutes trying to fix Grace's sabotaged equipment. I also had that weird dream about Nick's car. I kind of want to throw that in for good measure, but because I'm assuming Grace didn't read that in the Discord.
I don't think I did. Oh, and another thing, like, Pepper caught the biggest rat I've ever fucking seen in my life and left it on my car.
Oh.
Oh my God, it was horrific.
That feels like a threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, that feels like that is the cat equivalent of the horse's head in the bed.
It's not, though, is it? Because they expect you to eat it. She's just given me a fucking full course meal, and I've just looked at it and gone and lobbed it over the back fence, like.
Oh, and I do have sort of a rat story.
It was fresh.
The one I killed and buried in the back garden, nothing is growing where it was buried.
Oh, God.
Well, yeah, you shoved that much poison down his throat
Yeah,
before he fucking died.
he ate an entire bucket of
bless.
poison. Yeah. It was just grass there. And for the listeners, this rat willingly ate all that poison. There was always a humane trap next to it that it could have taken the good option. I even put poison in the humane trap because that's all it was eating after a while.
Yeah.
But it still didn't go for the poison with the humane trap. I don't know.
No, it just...
Rats.
Yeah, it just decided to tank all the poison and then die.
Well,
Rasputin, you will be missed. Well, you won't, because I resented you eating all my food.
Well, that's why, because it was essentially just eating all your good shit and then, like, nibbling on having a slight boozy weekend on the poison, and then having a slight hangover and then doing it again next week.
I mean, it ate twice its body weight in poison by the end.
Yeah, over the course of, like, 3 months.
I think it was only a month when we finally resorted to poison, to be fair.
I mean, and then it drowned. Like, it didn't... The poison did
I forgot
nothing.
it drowned itself in the... Yeah.
Like, the poison did
Rasputin.
nothing.
So, moving on to happier subjects.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, you wanted to talk about the dream you had about my car.
Yeah, I had a dream about your car, Nick, last night. For listeners who haven't been following along, Nick has graciously offered me his car when I do my driving test in a few weeks. 3rd time's the charm, fingers crossed. We were getting ready to do the test, and just as Nick was on his way out, he said, "Oh, by the way, sometimes the brake pedal just dislocates. Like, it still works, you just have to find it. It'll be somewhere by your feet. Good luck." And then he just walked off. And then I had to do the test with a car whose brake pedal will just sometimes just unplug itself from the floor.
This is Dream. This is Dream, Nick. This is Dream car, isn't it?
This is
isn't
dream
real.
logic, yeah.
Okay.
And like when I went to press the brake, like the pedal, it was sort of on its side and slightly to the left. And I was like, oh, how do I press? And it worked, don't get me wrong.
So, for the listeners' benefit...
oh, don't tell me it's true.
Okay. For the listeners' benefit, my car didn't really cost a confidence-inspiring amount of money.
It sure didn't. I wish you told me that before I agreed to do the test in your car.
Yeah, like, I have had...
I sent you money for the insurance. Oh, God.
I have had weekends away which have cost more than my car. And I'm not talking about fancy hotels. I'm talking about going to a field for a weekend to get drunk with friends.
Someone at work swapped a gram for a car, which he still uses today.
A whole gram of sugar. I can't believe you could trade a car for that.
Well, I'm guessing it was some kind of white powder.
Shh. I'm trying to help Grace out here.
Yes, it's surprising the price of talcum powder goes for these days.
Well, cost of living, everything's going up in it, so...
Mm-hmm.
I know, you got to find your kick somewhere, haven't you?
Yeah, this is it. 1 car for 1 kilogram of flour. You probably got a good deal, so...
I know. I love that
Yeah.
lily of the valley feeling up my nostrils.
Anyway, the second part of the stream and why it turned into a nightmare. And read into this what you will. The instructor turned out to be my mum, who had recently got a job as a driving instructor, and she spent the whole thing just yelling at me. And then I woke up.
Oh,
Actually, no. Before I woke up, I did some bay parking, and it was very good. So at the very least, I passed the bay parking bit. And yeah.
Honestly...
pass the dream test.
No, well, I don't know. She didn't tell me. She was too busy screaming at how bad at driving I am.
Probably a no then.
You will
probably
be absolutely fine. The beauty of my car is it's much smaller than anything you've been learning in.
Yeah, you
So-
can dodge things.
That may not be technically true, because I've also been driving in Grace's car.
Yeah, they're similar sized.
Yeah, to be fair, the only smaller car you could get would be like a Suzuki, what was it? I want to say Suzuki Micra for some reason.
A smart car's not smaller.
Smart cars are smaller, the Toyota IQ, Suzuki Alto. They're
Okay.
really
That's it,
tiny.
the Alto.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a Suzuki Alto. I had a fucking double take. I was like, what the fuck is that?
They
Oh.
are tiny. It always weirds me out how they're still 4-door, even though they're so tiny.
It's just little doors, mate.
Yeah, that's it.
kid's
But
car.
There we go.
I like picking them up and putting them on the pavement.
I had been thinking about buying one of those, like the little kid pedal cars, like the red and yellow plastic.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
Could just show up in one of them.
Yeah, the Cozy Coupe, I believe they're called. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know they had a name.
So somebody did actually make one out of a Deo Matisse, like a running driving one, that they like hacked up and made it look like a Cozy Coupe. Just turn up in that.
So, for a brief while, my mum owned a 1932 Austin 7.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
And the thing is, it only has 3 gears. Which means if I
medium.
showed up in that, I would not have to worry about changing gear in the test. Because I could just be like, right, we're in 3rd, that's it. That's as far as it goes.
Reverse is just you getting out and pushing it back.
Yeah, pretty much. Unironically.
Yeah, I reckon an Austin 7 would be ideal to learn in because, like, you'd just be able to put it in 3rd, just leave it in top all day.
Yeah. I mean, if you don't have to worry about the speed limit when all you can do is 40.
Well, yeah, exactly. If it flat out. Yeah.
And we went to 40 at one point in it, and it was insane. Like, it felt like it felt like 1,000 in any other vehicle.
Yeah, I do love cars like that. When you go, like, near their top speed, it feels like the world is ending.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
And you can
solid.
hit their top speed in a school zone.
Yes. Yeah, this is it.
Legally.
I had to give my mum a lift, right, over a long period of travel. Most of the way, everyone was doing 60, so I was doing 60. Oh, I hated it. She was like, "What? Fuck you, Grace, your car's gonna fall apart." I was like, "Don't worry, it's just doing like 4,000 RPM. Of course, it feels like a race
That
car."
means it's working.
It's like, Grace, it's got more bumps than a roller coaster. I was like, and we're just going. Woo, 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 woo.
It is marvellous when you have a car that feels like the Millennium Falcon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to go to Apprentice Mechanics College, which was in Doncaster.
Oh, yeah.
Work used
Poor
to
man.
lend me a car, and they inevitably lent me like the smallest car of the range, which was like a tiny little Nissan Pixo, little 3-cylinder thing.
Oh.
And one of my favourite games was to get to the top of the Hughes Bridge and shift it into 3rd and see if I could run it off its clock. Like, I don't know what the top speed of a Nissan Pixo is supposed to be, but it's definitely more than 110 because that's when the clocks ran out.
Nice. Okay, that's enough car stories. Grace, tell us about the time thing we just learned.
The time thing.
The time thing.
You just
Oh,
tried
yeah.
to change your clocks. And
Yeah, to be fair, I Well, we were saying, oh yeah, the clocks are gone forward now.
Mm-hmm.
British summertime has officially begun. And I went to change it. I was like, there we go. It's this time now. It's now 7:30 or whatever. And they're like, no, it's not. It's 7. I was like, what do you mean? I've just looked at my time, and the entire time since I set my clock, when the clocks went back, I set it wrong by half an hour. So every single morning I've been in a mad scramble to get out of bed half an hour earlier than I needed to.
Yeah, it turns out Grace has been out of sync with the world by half an hour.
I love analog, but my god, it's fucked me.
Yeah, did you not?
But I did not.
Your phone
How
must...
am I still late to work?
I'm actually more impressed. How have you shown up for the podcast on time, consistently, for several months?
I think maybe because the one downstairs is correct. And then I look at it and I go,
that's not so bad.
my goodness, time flew away from me since I was upstairs. I better go back up and turn my computer on.
Nah, I know exactly what it is.
Okay.
What, gravity runs faster downstairs than upstairs?
No, it's not even
Therefore.
that. It's usually when we are due to record, James will announce in the group chat that he'll just send like a little message saying like, just grabbing a cup of tea, I'm going to be on in 10 minutes, or, just having a shit or whatever. I reckon...
Keep it classy.
I reckon Grace has been seeing that and thinking, oh shit, yeah, we had a podcast today. and just not realising that her clock is half an hour fast from the start time we said we'd start at.
So you're saying that I think I'm late when I look at the time, I look at the chat,
Yeah.
my mind time travels, I don't register it, and I log on.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
That's the impression I'm
You're
getting.
probably not wrong.
Oh, God.
And then, we
Well,
would have been
I'm
more
glad
on
we
time
fixed
if my cat hadn't fucking unplugged my
Yeah, so we've spent the
microphone.
last 20 minutes trying to figure out why Grace can't speak. And
Yeah, it was working, and then it wasn't working, and then I noticed that my cat, who was now curled up happily on my lap after fucking about with my wires, had pulled a wire out.
So to add to this, I wasn't speaking either, briefly, because I had a technical issue on my end. And my fixing it coincided with Grace's no longer working. So there was a brief while Grace was like, James, switch whatever you switch back. And I was like, I can't do anything to your computer from here. It doesn't work that way. And yeah, we tried. Pepper unplugged the microphone.
Yeah, not even like at the mains or anything. She took the wire out like she was trying to boost it.
Mm-hmm. So it's a miracle we're here at all to record, to be honest. So many things have tried to stop us doing this today. But we have persisted, and I think we've made it.
And now, today, we'll find out why Fate didn't want us to record.
So today we're talking about Mass Effect.
Oh god.
The BioWare series.
Is someone going to blow up the moon as we speak about this or something?
Oh, I hope not.
Well, yeah,
The moon
that
doesn't
would
blow
be
up in
bad.
Mass Effect, as far as I'm aware.
I've never played it.
Okay, so actually, I know you haven't played it, and that's why I've prepared a handy little game for us to begin with.
Oh, okay.
So if you look at our Discord server, as a reminder, listeners, we have a Discord server. You're welcome to join us if you sign up on our Patreon, but that's another story. You'll notice there's a new channel titled Hot Aliens Smash or Pass.
Oh, for fuck's sake, okay.
So yeah, we kind of wanted to wait until we had more people in the Discord server before we outed ourselves as monster fuckers, but here we are.
No, we didn't.
Why are they all rated as spoiler?
Because I wanted to go through them one at a time, starting from the top, to just sort of explain to you what we're dealing with in terms of the Mass Effect game. So, to begin with, Mass Effect, it's a trilogy of games. You play as Commander Shepard, who's
Oh, I'm aware of shepherding across the universe.
shepherding across the universe to seek out new life and give it a stern pounding.
Fuck's sake.
So Shatnering across the universe.
Shatner walked so Shepard could run.
Yeah.
I'd dread to think who's going to be sprinting.
Captain Jack Harkness.
Captain Jack yes.
You're probably right.
Who, to be fair, sprinted so that... Captain Kirk walked so that Jack Harkness could run.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shepard could sprint.
Yeah, I think Shepard was after.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. The point is, it's a game. You're a space hero. There are various threats across the world, the universe, and
What, and you're going to balance all this out while being a love machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you can be a space hero or a space bastard, can't you?
You can. There is a moral system. You can be a paragon or a renegade.
Yes.
Paragon is sort of by the books, Jean-Luc Picard type. Renegade is more Captain Riker, Captain Kirk, here to kick ass and,
Okay.
get around.
Space
Smoke
asshole.
bitches.
Space asshole.
Yeah. Like,
A
So,
black hole.
will save the universe, will be a cunt about it.
pretty much.
Excellent.
So, if you can unveil the first picture we have here
Okay.
from the top, this is one of the main romance options throughout the game. This is Dr. Liara Tassoni,
Oh, looks like Nebula from,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
yeah.
So she is an Asari. It's a single-gendered race. They are all female. They live for just about 1,000 years, and they can mate with any alien in the galaxy.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
They're also the most advanced species of the current era of space travel. And
What the hell is she doing with you?
I know, right? Well, she's young for her age. She's only 150. She's a plucky
Oh, fuck's
archaeologist who gets involved with you and then becomes the Shadow Broker. Spoilers for Mass Effect, by the way.
You got to do that the other way around. You got to say spoilers and then.
I should,
say
shouldn't I? But you know
spoiler.
what? The game series is 10 years old. You can do what you want.
Oh fucking hell!
This is it. I only ever finished Mass Effect 1, but I need to go
Sorry,
back and play
Nick.
it.
Spoilers for Mass Effect 2. The DLC, she becomes the Shadow Broker.
Oh, it's fine. I do need another New Vegas style game to play, and yeah, I think
Spoilers for Chitty Chitty Bang
Yes.
Bang and Mary Poppins.
So, the Legendary Edition came out last year. I replayed it. I think that's on the PS4. It should be.
yeah,
You
yeah.
can play through all three in one handy box.
Oh, cool.
What? Hang on. Hot Alien Smash or Pass, and then it's got Don't Worry About It.
Yeah, I figured I'd write, because I made this channel in the afternoon, and I was like, okay, someone's going to see this and ask about why there's a Hot Alien Smash or Pass channel. So
So you've put in the notes. Don't worry.
I
about
changed the notes to just don't worry about it.
Was this what you called your homework file? When you were a
It's
teen?
not.
You just got this load of like. You got this file.
It's
with
not
Don't
called
Worry
homework,
About
it's just
It.
called don't worry about it. I wish I had. That's a great name. So before I ask you to smash or pass on the Asari, I just want to tell you another fun fact about Asari genetics. So I mentioned they can live to about 1,000 years old. They mature as they get older.
Well,
And
yeah, like most things.
If I refer you to the second picture, this is an Asari matriarch. Their boobs get bigger as they age.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Which
so
is
this
all
se-
that matters, really,
So-
isn't it?
Yeah.
For fuck's
This is
sake.
borderline anime.
This
logic,
is a race of aliens who become big titty milfs after around
know-
800 years.
This is also like an incel belief system as well, because like I've heard of like blokes who don't know any better thinking that women like will grow big tits as they get older,
Really?
regardless of
Huh.
yeah. Like there are some people who think that if like they're flat chested in their teens or flat chested in their 30s,
They're like, oh, don't
they
worry.
will
Hit
eventually-
40, they'll
don't-
just explode.
Yeah, pretty much. And like by the time they're 100, they're gonna be so saggy you won't notice, but they will be massive. And it's just
But-
like, no, mate.
But look at the Queen. Like, that's clearly not what happened. Oh. By the way, the third picture is another shot of Samara. This is how she's introduced.
Yeah, I can see why you like. Yeah.
I've lined this up for Grace. This is Grace's game of Smash or Pass, Alien Edition.
Grace has gone rather quiet.
Yes.
What am I looking
So
at?
the third
which
picture I
photo
just
am on?
revealed is Samara showing up and stepping on someone's neck with her big heels in her alien catsuit samurai armor. And
I'm not interested.
oh, really?
No.
We're
Because,
passing
like,
on Samara.
Yeah, but I've seen how far they've put her boobs down her chest,
I think that might just be the angle.
mate.
The angle of the dangle.
Also, to be fair, she is an alien.
But everything else suggests not.
Yeah, that's true.
There's the hair,
I'm
which
just-
isn't really hair.
Yeah, she's got tentacle hair.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All
Definitely
the
not.
Asari. Okay, are we passing on all the Asari, or is that just Samara?
We're passing on this. We're passing on this.
That doesn't answer my question.
No, wait. I'm not interested.
In any of them?
Not really, no.
Okay. Grace has passed on the Asari race. Nick, any thoughts?
I mean, yeah, but my heart belongs to somebody else further down this list.
Got you.
Some other monster.
Okay, let's reveal picture number 4. This is Garrus Vicarian.
Hey.
He is a Turian.
What is wrong? What is that hip waist ratio?
He's got a bad hip to waist ratio. I will say
Hey,
that.
he's worse than a Disney princess. His neck is bigger than his fucking hip.
He's a bird.
Are they birds?
His species are like bird dinosaur men
Okay.
and women. He's got feathers instead of hair.
Is it me, or do I remember, like, the fanfic world going fucking nuts for Garrus?
Garrus is the most popular of the male romance options, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
Like, all the human men are way below Garrus. And I've not even checked the numbers. I just know that because I've seen it around. You can buy official Garrus body pillows. Like, BioWare, no.
Really?
They were onto something with Garrus. Yes. Yeah, depending on how you play him, he's either your best bro or your husband.
Okay.
He starts off sort of the lone cop kind of archetype. And then by the second game, he's Space Batman. Like, he's formed this vigilante team, and he hunts down people.
I need to play Mass Effect 2.
It's the better of them, I'll be honest. But yeah, the Turians all look kind of like him. The next picture after that is a female Turian. This is Nyx from Mass Effect Andromeda.
Okay.
Grace, tell me your thoughts.
As weird as it is, she looks a bit better than
Yeah,
Garrus. That might just be because, like, I want to say clean shaven, because I don't know what's going on with Garrus, but his face is dark, and then he's got, like, a cat muzzle.
see, yeah.
Like,
I get what you mean.
Might be like a blonde beard, but I don't know, like, equivalent.
Okay, I see where you're coming
They don't
from.
look like birds either. They got like snake mouths and like cat noses.
I can see
It's
where you're
hard to
coming
see
from.
that they're birds.
There's a video below. I suspect, and I could be wrong, but I suspect the reason Garrus is considered so popular is because he has a very sexy voice. So, if you pick a section from that video to have a listen, I'm curious how that changes your thoughts on the Turians.
Okay, let's.
What was that?
Are you okay, Grace?
That's awful.
Oh, you're not a Garrus stan.
No, I can't take that seriously. It's like chain smoker on a synthesizer sort of thing. I was like, no, mate.
Fair enough. I didn't get footage of Nyx's voice. I thought she had quite a nice voice. I romanced her in Andromeda.
Okay.
Side note, my main complaint about Mass Effect Andromeda, when it came out, there were a lot of bugs and things like that. I didn't mind the bugs. What I do mind, they cast Natalie Dormer as an Asari, and you can't romance her.
Oh, boo.
Like, what the fuck?
You big bitch.
It's like... She's got this lovely
Oh,
voice. She sounds like Treacle. And...
You're a
What?
You're just a big fanboy for her, aren't you?
Oh, she's very pretty. You have to acknowledge that.
I can't remember who she is.
Never
She's
mind.
redhead, isn't she?
Blonde.
She's the one with the smirk.
Yes.
The one with the
Alright.
smirk.
You know who I
Yeah.
mean, probably.
I'm oblivious to
Okay.
any type of celebrity, but let's
It's
just
okay.
go with that.
Okay,
I'll Google her on my own time.
that's fine. We'll move on. Who's next? Nick. Up next is the Quarians.
Yep.
So, the Quarians.
This is just a picture of their arse.
I couldn't find a full body picture of Talia that didn't show her ass.
But, like, it hasn't even got the face to the screen.
That's
It's
okay.
just got the
No,
back of
that's
the
okay
person.
because no one knows what her face looks like.
Yeah, she's always in that
Yeah,
that
but,
sort of
like-
helmet.
Yeah.
But surely she talks to you via the front.
Yeah, but
Does she always have her back to you?
no.
Why have you got a picture of her back?
Because I wanted to get a full body picture in, because I wanted you to know that the Quarians are dummy thick.
For fuck's sake.
Like, there's just no one knows what they look like because they wear these hazmat suits because they're immune. They don't have an immune system essentially.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
They've evolved to do without them.
Yeah. Like, if you want to go into the lore, their planet didn't have bugs, so there wasn't really any kind of disease spreading. And then when they left their planet, they're like, oh shit, we need something. So they built these hazmat suits. And,
I see.
so no one knows what Tally's face looks like. There is a face revealed in 3. I choose to ignore it because it's terrible, and they just sort of found a stock asset lady and used that.
That's a shame.
It was a really bad face reveal, so we just choose to ignore it.
That is a shame. Was Tally romanceable in 1?
No, she's romanceable in 2.
Oh, yeah, okay,
And
so...
Well, she is dummy thick in 1.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I see, so
this
back
is
by public
probably-
demand.
All the Quarians are dummy thick. That's a given.
This is probably why she was romanceable in 2, because everybody went, this is a fucking outrage.
Yeah.
Horrendous. Right.
There are two humans and the blue lady Liara that are romanceable in the first game.
Yeah.
And Fox News kicked off that there was a blue lady that you could romance, and that's kind of what Mass Effect's claim to fame was.
It
this
got,
is-
like, panned by the right wing in America because it featured 2 ladies kissing.
And one of them
Who
was
does-
blue.
Didn't realise any of them watch Fox anymore, but alright.
This was the mid-2000s.
Crazy times.
Okay, up
Alright,
next,
what's
I've got
next?
2 photos here. These are Krogan.
That's a ball sack in a mech suit.
Funny, sir, Krogan have 4.
Do they?
What?
How do you know?
It comes up in the game.
Can you romance a
For
Krogan
what?
in the games?
You cannot romance any of the Krogan, sadly.
Okay.
They
I
are
wonder he looks so happy with himself. Look
they are big angry turtles,
Yeah.
and yeah, one of them, the one on the left here, his name is Grunt, and he is the perfect specimen. He was genetically bred to be the perfect Krogan. So you may not like it, but that is what peak performance looks like.
Oh dear.
The one on the right hand side, his name is Rex. He is a very angry turtle, and yeah, he is the heir to the Krogan throne.
One of your crewmates in Mass Effect 1, if memory serves me
That's
correctly.
correct.
Yeah.
Big angry turtle.
He looks slightly better than Grunt.
Yeah, I think people prefer Rex to.
I think it's because
to
he looks
Grunt.
more like a snail. But like, I don't know, in colour, I guess.
Yeah, his armor's not doing him any favors there.
No.
Who's up next? Up next is the Drell.
Ooh.
The Drell are a frog species.
Why is the shape of water in this?
So, funnily enough, I read some behind the scenes on Mass Effect 2. The Drell were created specifically because they wanted a race for the horny monster fuckers.
Oh, for fuck's
They
sake.
wanted, like,
Really?
They wanted a bad boy race that they could add as another romance option. And so they wrote him... So that guy, his name is Thane. He is like a dark assassin kind of dude. They wanted a sexy dark race to be in the game. So,
BioWare knew exactly what they were doing.
yes, they were. This was a precision strike against the fandom.
And yet, it's so unnerving. Are his eyes closed? Or are they just black?
His eyes are black.
Ooh.
And there's a
Look at
great
him with
line...
his fucking Hugo Boss lips and chin. What the fuck?
So there's a great line from
Why
a
has he
character...
got his titties out? What's with all the
Because
cleavage
he's
clothes and
trying to be a
assassin?
handsome man, and it was the mid-2000s, Grace. That's,
Yeah, it was a bad time for
this
men
is
being
what the
sexy.
style was. Also, that's a trench coat.
It's a titty window trench coat.
There's a
titty
trench
window
coat with a
trench
titty
coat.
window. He is the greatest assassin in the galaxy.
And you can sleep with him.
And you can sleep with
Yeah,
him.
you too can sleep with him.
His romance options are just him being sad about his dead wife.
I can see why he's so attractive. He's got emotional baggage.
He does have he's got so much emotional baggage.
Oh, no thanks.
Okay.
Ugh. Good God.
So up next is the other frog species. This is Morden Solus. He
Oh,
is an
please.
Asari.
Please tell me that you don't have to shag that one.
You don't have to shag Morden Solus.
Wait, is that the same... That thing? Have we already covered this guy?
Sorry, I
This
said
race.
Asari, I meant Solarian.
I was going to say, I was like...
No, he's a
I
frog
thought-
boy. They're actually
okay.
the opposite of the Asari, because they only lived 30 years old.
Okay. Do they earn a lot of money in that time?
Some of them do.
Okay.
They're quite fast-paced. He is a scientist. He is your science officer in the second game.
So
Fun
gold
fact.
diggers would go for them before anyone else.
So you can't romance Morden,
Oh, for fuck's sake.
but he will give you advice based on who you romance. And The frog boy.
He's
I
your
was,
wingman.
no medical advice as to
Oh,
about
So he'll be
interspecies
like-
relations.
he'll be like, oh, I see you like that sari bird, but like she's got the clap, and you'll be like, oh,
Kind of.
maybe not.
If you romance the edgy frog boy, his advice is don't lick him.
Is he one of those frogs where you get hallucinations?
Yeah,
if you lick
that's
him?
what it implies. Like, don't lick him, you'll be tripping balls.
That could either be, well, if you die
The
at the end, it
gnarliest
might be bad, but
blowjob.
like, yeah.
Exactly.
Can I smoke your pipe? Fuck off. I hate it when you're like this. Go to bed.
Okay, up next, we've got the Geth. These are your robot boys. Do you remember the Quarians, the dummy thick ones?
Right.
They created the Geth to be sort of their servant race, and the Geth rebelled, and they developed sentience, and that's why the Quarians aren't allowed back on their homeworld.
Oh, right.
They were the villains in the first game, but you get one on your team in the second one. He is very precious.
Are they dateable?
No.
Why the fuck not? It's the best thing I've seen on it.
Interesting. Honestly, yeah, if you could date Legion, I probably would. He's
Look, he's got fucking Hemsworth, like, proportions. But, like,
so.
but, like, no face. He's perfect. You don't have to read his expression.
Sucker
So
for
the-
a big torso.
If you look close, you see those little
Look,
flaps by his little light. He uses those as kind of like eyebrows, and that's what you get for facial expressions. He's very
Oh.
cute.
I think
Aw.
I think I remember playing a little bit of Mass Effect 2, but I never finished
Okay.
it. I do remember Legion.
Wow, you got quite close to the end then, because Legion, he's like the last person you recruit.
All right. I'm gonna have to go back and play again, I reckon.
It's worth doing. Legion's
Yeah.
great. I have a lot of time for Legion. Up next is the Angara, I want to say. They only show up in Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't think we're going back to the Andromeda series, but I figured I'd include them anyway, just so we can talk about them.
A race of cats, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's kind of why I included them for Grace. There's like a cat prince man, and I was like, oh yeah, Grace will like that.
No, I don't like that.
Okay.
Because it's like a cat, but with no hair, and it's sort of slimy looking, and it's just like, nah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Nah.
Apologies for any fans of Mass Effect Andromeda listening.
And for any hairless cats.
And apologies to any hairless cats. You are precious in your own way.
Yeah.
I prefer hairless cats than whatever the fuck that is.
I can't even remember that man's name, and I apologize. I'm just serious. Like, I know he was the prince, and that's why I included him, because I was like, oh, Grace will like him.
And you're wrong.
And I'm
you've
wrong.
forgotten his name.
And I can't remember his bloody name. I know he's one of the Angara. Right, next up is an absolute Chad. His name is Javik.
Ugh.
He's got 4 eyes. Spoilers for Nick, actually. He is a Prothean. He's He's the last of his kind. His race
Good.
were wiped out 50 million years ago
What, because they're ugly.
because they were ugly. And
And he's
yeah.
just been. I'm guessing they live for a ridiculously long time.
He was cryogenically frozen.
Oh, okay, that makes
You
sense.
unearth him in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
And he remembers all the other races when they were like apes. He's just sort of woke up and he's like, what are all these apes doing with spaceships? We used to eat your kind, and the Asari were alright, because, yeah. It's weird time. He's an absolute Chad. Big fan
So
of
he's just
Javik.
woken up and he's like, who let the kids have potato peelers? What's
Pretty
going on?
much, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Why
quite
is the
like-
next one a space tick?
Space tick?
Like a spaceship
Oh.
that looks like a tick.
That's a Reaper.
Yeah, that
I
is
figured I'd include them,
basically-
because they might come up. These are sentient spaceships.
Oh.
I'm sure someone's going to have written a fic about trying to bang a Reaper.
Oh, 100%.
They are the bad guys in Mass Effect. They show up every 50,000 years to wipe out all spacefaring life. And
It's good that they're taking breaks in between.
yeah, I think the idea is like to let it build up, and then they just come in and like clean up again.
Yeah, isn't it like they sort of the Guardians? Anytime anybody gets too big for the boots, it's like, right, come on. Back to
I'm
the
gonna
Stone
say
Age with
yes.
you. Yeah.
So they do explain the motivations of the Reapers in Mass Effect 3. Everyone hates the answer.
Okay.
They don't want to overpopulate and they fight over resources.
It's one of those situations where the internet guessed what the answer was, and the writers changed their minds
Oh,
as they were making the third game. Be like, well, fine, the internet's outsmarted us. Well, we'll make it this then instead.
Well,
And it was
is it
worse.
something shit?
Yeah.
It's something
What is
shit.
it? What is it?
Okay, whenever an organic race creates an AI race, there is a war between the two of them. So to stop that from happening, the spaceships come in and wipe out all organic life.
So
Genius.
why don't they just
So-
wipe out the AI race?
I mean, I hate AI as well because, like, the people living there would just make another one.
Yeah.
Like, how many fucking virtual assistants have we got now? Fucking ridiculous.
That doesn't mean we wipe out all galactic life.
This is ridiculous. This is like
Yeah.
somebody across from you on the train. You don't like them chewing with their mouth open, so you murder everybody on the train.
I mean, I've had that feeling a couple of times.
Yes, I know,
hate
but
it
you
when
just-
people chew on trains.
You just murder that one person, or tell
Yes.
them, look, this is really bothering me.
Yes,
Keep
Nick.
your mouth shut.
Just slap the gum out their mouth and ram your foot in their face until they pass out.
Or you
Yeah.
build a fleet of sentient spaceships that just wipe them out every
Just
50,000
right.
years.
You've
Yeah.
evolved to fucking chew with your mouth open. Your evolution has gone far enough, boyo. It's time to
Yeah.
die.
Right?
So yeah, I wasn't a fan of that ending. I choose to leave it in
Hashtag
mystery.
If you relate to the Reapers.
Yeah. Okay, the next set of them, there's actually 5 pictures here. This is because it's the human race.
Yeah, we can skip them.
These are all the romanceable humans, because there are a few of them. You know about humans for the most part. I don't know which ones Grace would be into the most. BioWare doesn't have a good track record of writing humans.
I can tell which one was created in, like, the 90s, early 2000s because of the really low-rise jeans.
Which one's that?
The
Oh,
one
Tattoo
that's
Lady.
like
Yeah, it's Jack.
Tattoo Lady slapped with paint.
Yeah, that's Jack. Subject 0. She has grown on me, to be honest.
I did quite like Jack.
She
Yeah.
grew on me in my second playthrough, didn't care for her much in the first one. I put in James just because he's funny. Like, he's the shirtless bloke, the one immediately after Jack.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
He shows up in the first game and is just there to be a meathead that doesn't know what's going on.
Nice.
Like, they needed an idiot in the room to ask all the questions for any new fans in the third game. He's just there to do that, and he does a great job of it, to be fair. But I just like that there's just a random meathead on your team who has no idea what's going on.
Is he the himbo option?
I guess so. Yeah.
So you can date that one, can you?
You can date everyone I've picked for this, except Dr.
Ah.
Chakwas, who is the doctor in there.
Which one? I don't know what a doctor looks like in the far
she's the one with grey hair.
Yeah, the old lady.
What?
I figured
She looks alright.
I figured I'd put Dr. Milf in there. She does look alright.
Why isn't she an option?
I don't know. BioWare weren't progressive enough, I guess.
Fucking hell.
You can-
So you can smash aliens, but old ladies don't get love.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what we're
pretty
looking
Wow.
much.
Fuck space. I don't want to grow up.
at. No, right. Who's up next? One last one. This is Edie. Edie is your spaceship in sentient lady robot form.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yep. They find a robot they can put her mind in, and it just
And they
happens to
gave
look
her
like
the
that.
biggest thigh gap
Yeah.
they had.
Exactly. So
So-
she's there.
Yeah, I have a problem with this because, of course, you had Mass Effect ED and also New Vegas ED.
I know. It's a
Which-
different spelling as well.
Yeah, which is probably not how you pronounce it, but it's how I choose to pronounce it.
They're both Edie, I've
Yeah.
always thought.
And you get this cute little robot, especially from the Lonesome Road DLC.
Okay, Nick, smash or pass, Edie or Edie?
Um,
Don't answer, it's a trap.
yeah, it definitely is a trap.
Mass Effect Edie or New Vegas Edie?
Okay,
Bear in
so
mind, one's a floating orb.
And the other's just a
The
robot.
other's got a thigh gap.
I choose to pass on the floating orb, but
Yeah.
only if I can take it home and protect it.
Okay, no, that's fine. Last but not least, at the end, is someone... I'm curious what the fandom will treat him as. This is Kai fucking Len. Leng, even.
Kai
Hi,
Leng.
Leng.
Kai Lang.
As in, you're looking pretty leng today.
Written in 2012. 10 years before that slang term.
Maybe that's
Kai
where
Lang,
it comes from.
I hope not. So Kai
Oh,
Lang
imagine if it
is...
was.
He's the assassin that your former boss sends after you.
He was so good, he became the new dope.
He's so bad. Like, he's universally hated. Because they just sort of added this character at the end, and he's like, oh yeah, well he's one better than Shepard, and he can do all these cool things. And
So you hate him because he's your rival.
he's
badly written.
He's a badly written rival, I think is the problem.
I get it. So if Shepard is Angus McFife, Kai Lang is Angus McSix.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a very niche reference no one else is going to get.
Exactly.
I would describe him as a prototype of Kylo Ren from the Star Wars sequels.
Oh, okay.
Like, setting him up to be like this big badass. But honestly, he's just kind of whiny. There's actually a mod for Mass Effect 3 where it just removes all of his dialogue, and it improves the character. He becomes this silent, menacing protagonist instead of this edgelord with a katana in space.
Oh, that's really,
So he's-
really, really bad on the fucking voice actor.
I feel like he's been thrown into, like... Wait, is he dateable first?
No. He's a villain.
Right, well, what... So, because I thought he was going to be one of the, like, the dark, broody, My Chemical Romance type.
No, that's Thane.
Well, they fucked up.
Oh, you want to date Kai Lang?
No, I don't
Oh,
want to
thank
date
God.
Kai Lang. I'm just thinking that they were... I don't know anything about this guy other than the photo of him with his little goggles on.
I know.
Like, I don't fucking know.
I just question your taste if you looked at all these characters and you were like, I want Kai Lang.
Well, there's a lot of shit characters in here, and most of the shit ones are monsters.
Okay.
Minus the beefcake without the face.
Beefcake without the face.
Legion.
Yeah.
Oh,
Legion.
Legion the Geth.
Okay. So, Grace, I'm going to turn to you and ask, out of all of these characters, you can take one home with you to settle down and raise a family with. Who are you
Yeah.
choosing?
I'm taking the beefcake without the face.
Legion. Okay.
Yes.
Huh. I did not expect that.
I mean, the humans are good too, but like,
They're not. It's okay.
but I can't date the doctor,
Yeah.
but then again, I can't date Legion either. My taste is uncatered for, and that's why I will not be playing Mass Effect.
God
It's been
damn.
fun being on the show, but I'm not reading any of the fanfiction. Goodbye.
Oh, wow. Okay. On that note, we should probably get into the fanfiction, because we have been talking for a while.
Yes.
Any predictions, Nick?
I reckon we're going to see acres and acres and acres of Garrus
There's going to be
/
so much
Reader.
Garrus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm expecting it to be Garrus and Femshep more than the more homosexual options we normally see of Garrus and Manshep.
wow, you're predicting
I think it's going to be more Femshep.
a hetero whitewash.
I think so.
Yeah.
Mainly because Shepard's the Femshep voice. I think a lot of people prefer Femshep. I certainly do.
Okay.
Femshep, for Grace's benefit, also voices Kyoshi from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, understandable. Okay.
Yeah. Among many other roles. She's also Rosalind Lattès in Bioshock Infinite.
I can see why you
I've
like
forgotten
Femshep.
her name, but she is so prolific.
Hmm.
God, I can't remember. She's also the new Bayonetta.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I know the one. Yeah.
She's very good, and I'm sorry I'm blanking on her name. I'm always like, oh yeah, Femshep, whenever I hear her in things. It's like, oh, yeah,
Femshep, also known as Rosalind Lutece.
Yeah, but mostly Femshep is what I think of her for. Okay, shall we just dive into the fix then?
I can't get out of my head that Avatar Kyoshi fucks monsters now.
Yeah,
Well, only if you choose to.
yeah, she can. Actually, I suppose the trouble with playing Femshep is your choices are Liara or a lot of very bland human men.
Yeah.
I mean,
And Garrus.
that's pretty like
Yeah.
realistic to real men. So
Wow.
hate,
I
hate
can't
you to
really
find
argue
out
with.
this way, but you know, you base your personality off like dinosaurs, cars, or football, so and then you just run with it.
You're forgetting trains, first of all.
Well, yeah.
Shut
Alright,
up!
transport.
Stop!
Dinosaurs.
Stop attacking me! Stop it! It isn't my fault I'm boring.
Apologies to all the men out there. But
Just
fat.
50% of our
Wow,
listenership
Grace.
just gone.
I don't think it was
I'm
50.
I'd be surprised if it's 50%.
Yeah.
Like, I think we've only really heard from female fans so far. With
Yeah,
this,
we
actually,
have,
there were a
yeah.
few. No, there's a few from Hannibal.
I suppose this is the thing, like, maybe women are more likely to be sort of artsy and creative rather than going out and
Learning
talking
how to
about
fix
football and
things.
trends.
Men want to do things like either trains or football, or what were the other options you said, Grace?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. I don't think I fit into any of those categories.
Space is the other one.
Oh,
Space,
space.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm a space boy.
There's a select few.
There's a Eurobeat song called Space Boy.
I'm sure there is.
Gonna get you
It's a-
like a space
about
boy.
me.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Stop.
Talking about space, let's get into the Mass Effect fix.
Yes.
Alright.
There are many characters I've not mentioned, by the way. Most of them humans. So,
Right,
yeah.
I mean, it was the monster smash or pass.
Exactly. And Grace has chosen Legion. Actually, Nick, who do you choose in there? Smash or pass? Of any character.
Okay, Tally, definitely.
I thought it might be Tally.
Jack, I really like Jack.
Is that the thighs with the face tally?
Yeah.
Yes.
Fucking thought so.
She's got a cute voice too.
See, we've got similar tastes. No face, all body.
It's the thing was, it was the...
Don't tell me it's personality.
It was the braidiness and the curiosity and that
Sure.
Slavic
She's-
accent. It was like, yeah,
Slavic
okay.
accent.
She's the cute engineer lady.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, I can see. Yeah, cute engineers always get me. Yeah.
I think for me, it's probably going to be Liara. Followed
Who's
closely.
that again?
Theosari, blue
Oh.
tentacle-haired lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
I used to quite like Tally. I'm less into her in my second playthrough. Because
Are you complaining she was a racist?
she is a racist. Her and the Geth, the one you like, the Hemsworth built ones with no face,
Yes.
they are at perpetual war. And on my second playthrough, I realised, no, the Quarians are in the wrong here. Like, stop starting fights. We'll figure this out. The Geth are willing to talk.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
However, there is someone in here I didn't mention. Her name is Admiral Zen. She is one of the Quarians, so she looks exactly like Tally. She is the Quarian equivalent of a Nazi scientist. She will abduct the Geth and do horrific experiments to them.
I know why you like her.
She is voiced by Claudia Black, who is my beloved.
There it is.
I'm simping for her unabashedly. She's got a voice like treacle, and yeah.
The perfect example of a villain that you forgive just because they're hot.
That's why I was thinking about doing Mass Effect. We ended an episode a while ago on who are the villains you're willing to forgive, and I went away and thought about it, and Admiral Zen is that villain.
God's sake.
Yeah.
It's,
Hang on, I'm just gonna go.
Tally's hips mixed with
it's fine, like,
mixed with Aaron Sun's voice.
you know, just... It doesn't matter about the untold misery to millions. Just, yeah.
And if you have a villain you're willing to forgive because they're handsome or hot, why not write in to the fanshippingforecast@gmail.com with the subject line, war crimes, more like, war is fine. I don't know, I didn't think that one through.
I
Okay.
have a feeling that could backfire tremendously.
Oh, probably.
If we had any more reach.
It's fine.
I've just put Mass Effect Trilogy.
So there's an all media types as well, which will include Andromeda.
Yeah, I didn't do that, but anyway,
That's fair.
I put Mass Effect Trilogy. The second fic on there is Femshep and Garrus Vakarian.
Yeah, I can believe that.
It's called An End Once and For All by Bad Caffeine, and the summary is in which I headcanon myself into the sun after finishing the trilogy for the first time in an attempt to process the destroy ending and finally give these two the happy ending they deserve. So yeah, I think it's a reader insert.
Honestly, as long as it fixes the ending, I don't mind. That's fine.
Well, I'll send it over
Yeah,
just
send
in
it
case
over.
you want to you want to watch this.
I do think we've lost Grace, by the way.
She did say, "I'm just gonna go."
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just noticed something about a Garrus fic that's that was going in on mine.
Okay.
I'll save this for Grace because she'll appreciate it. You know what? I'll give you a sneak peek. You know how Turians all have like Roman-inspired names?
Yes.
Let me just show you the characters in this fic.
Is this going to be a Monty Python callback?
No.
Oh.
No, it's not.
There isn't a Turian out there called Bigger Stickers.
No. I'm going in a very different direction. This fic is called Son of Palavan. By the way, Palavan, the Turian homeworld. Son of Palavan, Daughter of Earth by Mycene Scene. Mice on Scene. That's a great name.
Mice
If
on
only I
Scene.
can read. So the characters include Femshep, Garrus Vicarian, Admiral Hackett, Adrian Victus, and Fedorian.
Fedorian. I think he is. Yeah, I think he's going to be the incel.
No, I think he's a real
Turian.
character. I think he's actually a character. I think there is someone called Fedorian. Let's find out.
Does he finish every sentence with "milady"?
I hope so. I think he might be the. I think he's the commander. No, that's Victus.
Commander Fedorian.
Commander Fedorian. Milady.
Gets his ship to look like an anime waifu.
Yeah, he's just got bringing his body pillow to fight the Reapers.
Well, you know, in Japan, you can get cars with like a hologram on the dashboard.
It's more than just in Japan, but yeah.
Yeah, and you can have like a waifu on your dashboard. So, yeah, it's like that, but with spaceships. And there's many of them.
So Fedorian was the original Turian Primarch who dies, and then you get Victus running it. I don't know. I'm very confused by the Mass Effect lore, but the fact his name is Fedorian makes me laugh. I hope they do something with that. There are 20 fics involving Fedorian.
Yeah, I like the additional. One of the additional tags is in which the author crams every romantic trope possible into one story.
I should probably look at this. Yeah. Well, it is a long one, to be fair. There's 66 chapters.
Yeah, 163,000.
It's an
words.
arranged marriage AU.
Oh wow!
I'm surprised Shepard needs to be convinced by arranging a marriage. I figured she'd just be down for that.
It's like, well, yeah, we've arranged a marriage for you. Okay, that makes me a bit apprehensive. Who's it with? Garrus. No, that's fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
He's my bro.
Everything worked out better than expected.
So, I must actually tell you something, Nick, while we're waiting for Grace. If you don't romance Tally or Garrus, they end up together by the end.
Oh, that's quite
And
nice.
you know what? I ship them more than I ship Shepard with either of them.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
So, that is part of why I will be leaving them alone.
Yeah,
But
that
I
is-
understand why people want to romance either of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Hello.
But I think they're made for each other. Hello, Grace. I just discovered there's a character called Primarch Fedorian.
Okay.
That just made me laugh as well.
Primarch Fedorian.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. He was
Fedorian.
his name is Fedor. The Turians all have like Roman-inspired names,
Okay.
and Fedorian is one of them.
Oh no. Is he a nice guy?
I hope so. There's 20 fics about him.
There's got to be one where they've taken that name literally.
I hope so. Like, can you imagine Garrus wearing a little fedora over his feathers?
I'm
Well,
a
that
nice
could be
guy,
fun.
God damn it.
Why won't Shepard date me? I'm a nice guy. Shepard, bring me on the team. I'm a nice guy. You know. What do you see in me that Liara doesn't have? What do I have that Liara doesn't? Of however way around. I don't know. Right, Nick, what did you send us?
It was basically, I think we've pretty much covered it.
Oh, well, Grace wasn't here.
Sorry.
Yeah, this was basically the second fic I found, and yeah, it's female Shepard with Garrus.
Hey.
So,
And once and for all. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, pressing destroy ending.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
probably leave my
That's it.
first talk of that in.
So I'd like to go into the tags because a few of them made me laugh.
Okay.
One of them is Garrus Vicarian needs a hug. He absolutely does. Minor canon adjustments for the sake of vibes. Author insisted on typing out every thought she has ever had about these two,
Oh,
and
wow.
was surprised it ended up being over 40 pages long.
That'll do it, bad caffeine.
So, yeah, I guess Garrus and FemShep is this author's OTP, or one of them.
I endorse that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, that's
Ooh, new
weird.
giant spider species discovered. Sorry.
Grace, no.
No.
Sorry, it just came up.
Not in Britain, right?
I don't know. I think
Don't say... Oh,
I don't
God.
think so.
Cool, let's leave then. Back to Mass Effect.
Run away terribly fast.
Yep. Okay, this has an interesting premise. This figure's called Ice and Amber by Esama.
Okay.
Let me just post it. So the summary. Cerberus didn't have quite enough materials to resurrect Commander Shepard, nor did they have enough time to find new parts for him. They have to find an alternative source for replacements. I'm
What's
very
going on
curious.
here?
Yeah. It's a crossover between Assassin's Creed and Mass Effect, and I'm wondering, did they splice them together?
I don't understand how that would work.
I...
Maybe we'll have to find out.
This is going to be Franken Shepard, isn't it?
I think it might be. So, for Grace's benefit, Commander Shepard dies at the start of the second game.
Oh, short game.
There's a group who are like a rogue spy organization called Cerberus. They find the body and they revive Shepard.
Okay.
So he's dead for... Shepard is dead for 2 years. They reconstruct him. They have the technology. And that's the excuse for the level reset.
Ah.
Of like, oh, Shepard's lost all his skills and weapons from the first games because he was dead for a while.
That'll do. That'll do it.
So that's the context, and I'm curious how this works. They just didn't have enough parts for him. I keep saying him. Shepard is either.
Them.
But yeah, Desmond from Assassin's Creed is involved. I guess they moved Desmond to the future? And they combine him and Shepard? I don't know. That sounds wild. It's long, though, so we're not going to get into it today. So the downside of being British is sometimes you see a fic titled BBC Heaven by Naked Owlman, and you'd have to think about it and realise, no, it's not about the BBC.
It's not about the British broadcast.
It's not. It's a Futanari fic.
But what if it was about the British broadcast? You'd have
That
you'd
would
have
be
to
nice,
click on it
wouldn't
to
it?
find out. You got like Mr.
I have clicked on it to find out. Let's come join me on this journey. Let me post this.
BBC Heaven. Okay.
By Naked Owlman.
Liara and Samara try to adjust to the unexpected changes to their bodies caused by a Freud. This is a Futanari fic, isn't it?
I did say it's a Futanari fic.
Both of them decide that maybe their new BBCs aren't so bad after all. I don't think it's about them becoming joint directors of Television House.
But imagine if you started reading and they're like, let's do
Yeah.
the thing, and then suddenly the Archer's theme tune comes on, and they're talking
Like,
about gardening.
Liara touches the Prothean artifact and she just wakes up on the set of Doctor Who and she's just organising Doctor Who and she's got to write a better show. And
It's like, all these aliens are politically incorrect, and they've just got to rewrite it all. Yeah.
Liara speaks up against Tory party policy and she gets briefly suspended. There's a fic in here.
They realise that she's right and that the BBC need to stop
Yeah.
leaning more right-wing.
For fuck's sake.
Exactly.
Abolishes the TV licence, that sort of thing.
And all of a sudden, what's Gary Lineker's show called again? I'm not a football man.
Is it Match of the Day?
Yeah, all of a sudden, Match of the Day. They just don't have a host anymore. And yeah, Liara is no longer part of it. I'm sorry, this is very niche humour about what happened in Britain over the last couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We'll talk about Futanari more.
You've never
Back
had
to
to
the future.
apologise for that before, have you?
Oh, shit, Nick, I've got a pitch, right?
Okay.
It's an AU about one of your favourite 1980s films.
Which one?
Back to the Futa.
Oh my god.
When this baby hits 88 miles an hour, she grows a penis.
When this baby hits 88 inches, you're going to see some serious shit.
Yes, that's... Authors, please, write Back to the Futa. That's such a good name.
No,
Oh,
guys,
for
as
God's
we all know,
sake.
the days of Futa passed.
Oh, yeah, that works too.
Hooray!
Okay.
I suppose you could also write another AU about one of my other favourite films, The Futalian Job.
Oh no.
Oh.
Futalian does actually sound like an Italian dish.
Yeah.
Excuse me, waiter. I'd like to order the Futalian, and then it's just like spaghetti.
Excuse
This
me,
woman
waiter, is
comes
your
out on the tray.
Oh no. The
Excuse me,
kalosh.
waiter, is your futanari fresh?
The kalosh.
Ah.
She's like got a bra and bikini on, and the kalosh is like in front of her genitals, and you've got to like pick the lid off. What am I on about? Right, come on.
Yeah, this is grim.
This has broken me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, right.
Okay, let's see what else we can find. There is a lot of Femshep Vicarian. I feel validated.
Who's Adrian Victus? I keep seeing him pop up.
He is the leader of the Turians.
Okay, I've forgotten who they are already.
Do you want to know about Turian politics? You probably don't.
I don't want to know about human politics, let alone.
Okay. Fair enough.
I found one with tally in it, but not how you would expect.
Okay.
So this is called If You Can Crash a Mako, Shadowed September.
So for Grace, the Mako is the car.
Mm-hmm.
It handles about as well as a Skyrim horse.
No.
And it's sort of become a meme that Shepard is a really bad driver.
Yeah, I quite liked driving around in the Mako. I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
cool, but yeah, it does handle like an overloaded drinks trolley.
It can just go up hills vertically.
Yeah.
Not just hills, mountains.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you point it at a cliff, and if it is 89 degrees instead of directly perpendicular, it'll just drive straight up it.
Yeah. Like, the Mako doesn't have horsepower, it has Skyrim horsepower.
Yes.
Because it handles like a Skyrim horse.
Okay,
Okay, what's this fic about?
Okay, so this is If You Can Crash a Mako by Shadowed September. The summary continues the title, You Can Crash a Wedding.
Oh.
Whose wedding are they crashing?
I kind of want to find out.
So Tally is joining the crashing.
Yeah, they've decided to cheer Tally up because she's never been to a human wedding, and I think Shepard thinks that she needs a bit of a pick-me-up after all that back with the fleet, with her dad and stuff like that. So yeah, they've basically taken Tally to a wedding.
I think it's Kaiden's wedding.
It could be. Yeah, it could be. But yeah, Shepard's definitely here, and so is Tally.
Who's Jason Shepard?
Isn't he the really bland one from the first game?
No, that's Kaiden Alenko.
Oh yeah, that's him.
Apologies, any Kaiden shippers, to anyone listening.
He
I stand by that the only good default male that BioWare have written is Alistair from Dragon Age. I will fight anyone who disagrees.
If you would like to...
If you'd like to fight me, here's Grace's number. You can meet her in a car park, because I fight my duels by proxy.
James fights with his brain, I fight with my fists.
Mm-hmm.
And my claws.
Yeah,
the
James
shiv.
suffers from extreme and irreversible cowardice. So,
It's true. Look, I spec'd into Bard, Grace spec'd into Barbarian.
Yeah.
I don't make the rules. Also got the Futanari Diaries here, which is kind of like the
James-
Vampire Diaries.
James, take Futanari out of your search.
It's not in my search.
Yeah, but you always find them.
It just keeps happening.
they find you.
They do.
Don't give me that.
Sometimes at nights.
Don't-
When
When you're not recording, yeah, we know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I still stand by that AO3 has an algorithm.
Yeah.
They just
Probably.
haven't told anybody that
There's
it
a
does.
secret algorithm, and it's there just to out you on things.
Yeah.
Oh, there's another BBC fic here.
Fuck's sake, James.
There's a lot of Futanari in the Mass Effect universe, by the looks of
See,
it.
I've not found any.
Really? What are you searching by?
Crack.
Oh,
And
I'm
then when I
searching by...
wasn't searching for crack, I was searching for nothing, and I still didn't find any Futanari.
I'm searching by hits in Mass Effect all media types. And there's like 5 Futanari fics.
So really, it's just calling out what people like
Yeah.
in this fandom. Fair play.
But this
Oh.
one's called Serving BBC by West or East.
Serving
it is-
BBC.
It is about Miranda Lawson getting a job at Look North, the local BBC.
Fuck's sake.
I mean, are we
I'd watch that.
are we ready to drop Peter Levy yet?
Oh, no, that's going to be for a different day.
What are you
We're
on
not
about?
Local BBC weatherman from Hull. Not, sorry,
No, he's not-
Anchorman.
Yeah, Anchor.
Paul Hudson's the weatherman.
Paul Hudson is the weatherman, yes.
There's if he's in there, they are shipped together. I'm going to call that now. Right, no, sod it. We're going down this tangent. Hold on.
Wait, are you
We're going
two,
to have a look. We're
Hang
going to
on.
have a look at the Look North fandom.
It
for
won't
East
take long.
Yorkshire.
Hang on. Are you're fangirling over a
No, I'm
BBC
not.
weatherman?
Kind of.
I'm not.
He's a local legend.
So you two are like nodding at each other, like, yeah, we'd smash the fucking weatherman.
I didn't say that. I'm just curious if there's any fix about him.
Oh, okay.
Just still looking for them reader self-inserts, aren't you? You and Peter Levy. Starting a new one, Victoria Dock.
This is a very niche reference to mine and next hometown.
Yes,
I mean,
it
I
is.
know Yanette Garcia started a trend with the Mexican weather, but like, I'm not,
she's retired now.
I'm not. Yeah, she doesn't need to work anymore with her OnlyFans. But like, that's not the point. I'm saying that Peter Levy probably isn't nearly has got the same amount of coverage as she does.
Yeah, he doesn't.
That's a damn shame.
I don't see any fix involving Peter Levy. I'm sorry, Nick. But if I
That's
type
fine.
in Peter Levy, one of the fics that comes up is from the Untamed.
What, for Peter Levy?
Yeah.
Is it like an alternate universe where they live in, I don't know, Driffield?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, what's that place called? The Cloud
Cloud recesses.
Recess.
even though
Twinned
he-
with Doncaster.
Oh, okay.
They've decided to give up whatever they were doing and retire to a quiet, double-wide static caravan in a place called Patrington.
Okay, question for Grace. Would Wei Wuxian be as appealing to you if he had a broad Yorkshire accent and talked about chip butties?
I mean, for all I know, he has the Chinese equivalent, but I don't know.
Okay.
Because I've never heard him speak English.
If he started his fights by ripping off his shirt,
And going, come on, man!
I'll
mean-
knock thy head right off their bloody shoulders.
I think Lan Zhan would love him regardless.
Yeah, probably. Just replace Emperor's Smile with Special Brew and you've kind of got it.
I wonder if the Mass Effect fandom are aware of the Untamed as intimately as
probably.
we became.
You know what? Yeah, let's look at crossovers and see what comes up.
No, Gremlin, you can't come in. You ruined my headset. I've got the cat scratching at the door like her life depends on it, and it's doing my tits in.
No.
Like the fourth host has decided that isn't a proper recording weekend, so we're not recording today.
Yeah. Fourth host is
Telling us to
livid.
get back on topic.
Yeah, that's fair.
While you're finding crossovers, I think this has the potential to be quite sweet.
Okay.
It is only very short. This is called Tally Doesn't Listen to Shepard by Lolita
Uh-huh.
Palpatine.
That's a hell of a
Lolita
mental image.
Lolita
Palpatine.
Palpatine, yes.
Beautiful.
Just imagine all his Star Wars speeches and he's wearing like all the frilly kind of Lolita
Just a
dresses.
really frilly robe.
Unlimited power, ooh woo.
Oh god.
Yeah, I just got that. I didn't realise the implications of that, but then they hit me like a fucking freight train. Oh, Jesus wept.
Hold on, no, I can't help but notice Bollywood is in the tags.
Yes, the summary of this is Tally discovers Bollywood. I assume like the music which is associated with Bollywood.
I mean the films as well.
And the films, yeah, and plays it everywhere she can during missions. Shepard tells Hackett about it, and Hackett doesn't care. But the elusive man does. He throws a Bollywood-themed party and only invites himself. A
What?
2-second chaos ensues.
I love it.
I want to... I mean, it's only like 600 words long, so like...
Wait. So he finds out someone else likes Bollywood music, throws a party for himself specifically catered to someone, and then everyone
Yeah,
gets
and doesn't
gets up
invite
about
them.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the elusive man is a villain, incidentally.
Oh.
If the name didn't give the game away.
Yeah, nobody is a hero with that kind of name.
I know, right?
Yeah, the elusive man. So, yeah, this is Tally discovering Bollywood, which I think would be adorable.
This is great. Like, the elusive man's been listening in and gaining this intel. It's like, interesting, this gives me an idea. And he just throws a Bollywood party.
Yeah, I like this. Shepard and Garrus huddled behind a rock after destroying a Geth armature, breathing heavily. I'm almost out of Medigel, Shepard said. And Tally, for fuck's sake. I fight better when there's nice music in the background. Don't judge my methods, especially you, Garrus. I know you listen to the Vaenia soundtrack through your visor. And Garrus is like, yep.
See, that's the thing.
You
like,
got me.
Tally is hermetically sealed. Like, she could just listen to it inside her suit. Surely.
Maybe she
But
wants
no.
to spread the joy.
That seems to be the way of it. And good on her, I guess. That's so weird. I love it, though.
Yeah, no.
Okay, I do genuinely think AO3 is out to get me now.
You've seen another one, haven't you?
So to clarify, I'm searching Mass Effect or media types by hits with crossovers. I have just been shown Harry Potter Tales from the Footerverse by Prime_Blue.
Alright, they've just got you, haven't they?
This is Harry Potter and Mass Effect, and yeah,
I fucking swear this site has an algorithm.
I'm being hunted by Footers, and that's not as fun as it sounds. How do I get rid of my preferences?
You die and start again.
Oh,
You turn
God.
it
Well,
off and on
it's
again.
been real, everyone. Okay, I'll try and find something. Hang on. Oh, I can exclude, can't I? Cool.
Please still come up. It's just not tagged. Please just come up.
I've hit exclude. There we go. Cool. That's removed a fair few fix. Hang on. There we go. Shit, that trimmed off 1,000 from the Mass Effect fandom. That's a lot. Out of 30,000 for those playing at home.
Of all the things we've covered, I don't think there's been solely 1,000 food to fix for any fandom.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I mean, maybe Doctor Who.
They like dick in this fandom, don't they?
They sure. I mean, I suppose the Asari kind of lean into that in a way.
Oh yeah, what?
It's a
what's Dr.
monogendered species that can bang anyone, right?
I suppose, is that what Dr. Wingman told you?
No, it's just sort of implied. Like, if they can have sex with females of other species, surely they can, like, do something with their junk to, like, you know. That's my assumption, anyway. I don't know. It never gets that graphic in Mass Effect.
Speaking of which,
Hold on, Nick. Nope. If you have opinions about Asari genitalia, write in to the fanshippingforecast@gmail.com.
Oh, no.
It's funny you should mention genitalia because I've just seen Turian Meat Monster as an additional part.
Turian meat. I love it.
Right then, I'm just going to send
Go on,
this.
send us the Turian meat monster.
This is Garrus Vicarian, An Erotic Life by shut_up_Alexa.
Okay.
The summary is Garrus writes into Fornax about an encounter with Shepard that definitely super actually 100% happened. Essentially,
Okay.
Garrus's poorly written horny fanfic. This is what he's doing when he's pretending to calibrate.
I see.
He's writing self-insert fanfic with his commander.
A wise man once said, "You've got to live fast, because death comes early." That man was James Dean, and I, gentlemen, am the Turian James Dean.
Oh my
I'm the
God.
Turian James Dean. I've seen the vids, and I must say, we share an indisputable resemblance. You're a bird man.
Steely blue eyes, the swarthy 1,000-yard stare of a man who has had, redacted, several, redacted, 1,000 millions of women.
He
He's
is
the kind
high
of-
speed and low drag.
He's the kind of man that sets down his old-fashioned, looks a woman straight in the redacted tits, and says, "Sweetheart, I never drink alone." His love language, conquest.
Wow.
Where other men are but arc pistols, he is a Thanix cannon.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I love it.
I think this may be another fanfics and chill.
I could see this be fanfiction chill.
I already volunteer for narrator. I know I've narrated quite a few of these, but
No, because this is only narration.
yeah, I could do it on my own.
Sure, write to the author. We'll figure something out. Sorry, there's a really good line here. I've lost it now. Let me find it again. Go ahead, relax. No one's home. It's just you, me, and your mouse hand. I hope you're ambidextrous.
What? A what?
I hope you're ambidextrous.
No, the bit before that.
No one's home. It's just you, me, and your mouse hand. Implying you want to scroll and beat yourself off.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I see.
I love this. It's full of brilliant lines.
I thought of the animal.
Your
like,
mouse... Squeaks. It's just a mouse here.
I had no idea what was going on.
This is just full of magical lines. But tonight,
Oh, God.
tonight,
Okay,
my friends, allow this hardened pillar of untamed libido to educate you, not just on my magnificent, dare I say, Herculean victories against a quaint type of enemy, colloquially referred to as, the Reapers, but my more interesting, if you can stomach that nerds, triumphs in the bedroom.
Oh, for
Okay, I'm going to read a line. This is going to make Grace cringe herself inside out.
Oh, wow, okay.
You know, I noticed when you took me on all those missions. I liked that. I liked that you worked so hard for that Turian ally achievement. What? You think I wouldn't notice? Kitten, those are the 20 sweetest gamer points you ever earned. Grace, are you okay?
I think she might have collapsed.
Wow, okay, we're auditioning for a new host next time. Join us. Join us next week, and we'll see who that's going to be.
Grace.
Oh god, has the cat disconnected the mic again?
Wake up, Grace.
Oh, no, I'm gonna drop her a message. Are you okay? I'm sorry, that was so cringe.
What has actually happened to Grace?
I don't know. I think she might just got up and wandered off.
Just left in disgust.
It was just too much. She's just like, no, I'm not having this.
Yeah,
This Garrus is too misogynistic. Let's get out. Oof. Right, I'll see what else I can find fake-wise. You know what? I know how I can summon Grace.
I'm here.
Oh, she's back. What happened?
What happened?
Are
I
you okay?
really needed to go to the toilet suddenly.
Wow. Well, I'm glad the cringe didn't kill you.
Is that because you had to turn yourself right side out again?
Well, I don't know if I've missed something, but...
Oh, I started a line, I was like, this is so cringy, it'll just turn you inside out.
I see.
And there was no reaction. You were just gone for 5 minutes. We were just like, oh shit, are you okay? It wasn't that bad.
It was like you'd passed out or something like
Yeah.
that.
What was the line? I might need to go again.
Oh, go on, let me find it again. Hold on. I closed the fic, let me go back. Okay. So this is Garrus and his love life again.
Oh, yeah, I think I did catch this, yeah.
The one with the word kitten in.
No, I didn't get that one.
Okay.
Go on.
Oh god, there's a worse one here. Oh dear god, yes. The C-Sec Turian gangbang. Just what I always wanted. You know, there's an unwritten rule in the office. They bring the donuts. And I bring the pussy.
What?
That wasn't the one I read to you, but...
Fuck's sake.
I'm just skimming through. There's a lot of lines in here that are gold.
I just scrolled to the end because a lot of it is smut, but I've got to... And that, gentlemen, is how it's done. And if you're ever in doubt, just remember an old piece of vigilante wisdom I heard in a stint I once had on Omega, passed down from me, Garrus Vicarian, to you. Never look at the explosion. Simply walk away with purpose. Signed, G. Vicarian. Rebel with a cause.
Oh, for fuck's
Yes.
sake.
He's right. I think this might need a fanfics and chill.
Jesus
But I think it's
Christ.
one either me or Nick reads in our own time, because it is just a monologue.
Most of it is monologue. There is dialogue further down.
It's dialogue of Garrus. Actually, no, it's not, is it? It's women Garrus is seducing.
So really, it's Garrus's voice doing like their impression.
Yeah.
Mr. Garrus, you're so impressive. And I said yes.
There it was.
Yeah.
You know, I noticed when you took me on all those missions. I liked that. I liked that you worked so hard for that Turian ally achievement. What, you think I wouldn't notice? Kitten, those were the 20 sweetest gamer points you ever earned. You're welcome.
It doesn't get any worse. It doesn't get any better on the second reading.
No.
Oh, God.
Okay, Grace is still there. You went quiet there. I was like, oh shit, is she gone again? Okay, well, I'm going to get in touch with that author and see if we can fanfics and chill it.
I think Grace's internet is powered on the absence of cringe.
The absence of... That's going to be a problem because...
Yeah, like, soon as something cringe comes in, it's like, nope,
Maybe
I'm
this is
shutting
why
down.
I'm out. Maybe this is why I'm out of sync with everyone, because
Every time I make you cringe.
I jump into the future
Mm-hmm.
on my recording.
Oh, God. I hope that doesn't make you, like, age or anything as well.
I don't know. There's so much grey hair on my head now.
So I just typed in Legion, and,
I've
yeah,
just
the only...
seen Messenger. Are you okay?
Well, yeah, you just went.
Cringe.
Yeah.
I like that. A text for help. You're right. Do you
Gotta
need to
make sure.
talk? Sorry. Yeah, carry on.
It's okay. There are 18 fics involving Legion and Tally,
Okay.
and I think that's the most popular Legion relationship.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Well, like enemies to friends to lovers?
I think so.
Yeah.
One of them is very
reading that.
smutty. One's very smutty. It's called Legion Infiltrates Tally.
Incredible.
Ooh, that's an interesting way of phrasing it. This is from a fic called Lithium Dance by Alicette. I'll tell you what, I'll post it. The summary. Legion's frame hasn't been intended for pleasure, at least not for this kind. But creative problem solving is what the Geth coding is for, so ways can be found.
Fuck's sake.
The question is, of course, what does a synthetic entity get out of it all? This is part 3 in the Lithium Flowers series. I like that they went into detailed explanation of this, because I'm going to use Star Trek as an example. They just went with, oh yeah, they made Data fully functional. He can bang. And they never explain why anyone would do that, but
Okay.
at least in this they go into the detail of like, yeah, no, they just... I'm going to have to build myself something to make this work.
And that's what Legion does.
That's
I
what
like
Legion
how one
does.
of the additional tags is plug and play.
I guess it detaches. I'm actually surprised how many people want to date Legion. How few people want to date Legion.
Maybe it's not like a date thing. It's more he's like a bud.
Yeah, but I mean, Grace was into him.
True, but like,
yeah.
I'm not.
That's,
I don't know any.
you're a bit of a
looking at
weirdo.
all of them, I've not known any of their personalities.
Legion is a sweetheart.
That's probably why you
And-
probably look at him and go, "Ah, son, my
Could
child,
be. I guess
my
so.
precious, my precious child. Let nothing hurt you."
He's the precious robot archetype where he doesn't quite understand human societal
But
stuff.
it's probably it would probably be
so-
unconsensual then, wouldn't it? You'd probably get those vibes.
He is young by Geth standards. I don't know if they have an age of consent.
Yeah, but like, it would be like he doesn't know what sex is, and you're just like, bang me and find out. Oh, it's got bad coding in it. That's not great.
Yeah, fair point. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to type Mass Effect. I'm going to go by the fandom Mass Effect. And then I'm going to use the tag robot sex in the hopes that we find more Legion.
More Legion.
And Edie.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of Edie, yeah.
Only 20 robot sex fics in Mass Effect. What is going on in this fandom? You've got 2 lovely robots. Yeah, I have nothing else to say. I found Tally and Edie.
Edie is such an old lady's name, isn't it?
It is. It stands for Electronic Defense Intelligence, I want to say.
Okay.
Okay, let's have a look at this. Love the
This is
drive car.
Love the Drive Core by Barbex. Can you be attracted to a drive core? Yes, you can. Tally, the drive core, and Edie, rated M for smut.
Okay.
Ironically, it's rated E for explicit,
Well, yeah, I think they
but
plough.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should change the... I think AO3 should change it so S for smut is like the top version.
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, Tally is really being gotten off with the drive core.
That I see.
Edie can adjust the vibrations of the core.
There is
Christ.
a line, something about engines that seems to calm me down.
What?
Tally likes her engines.
Yeah, I think that's a line from The Fast and the Furious, if I'm not
Oh.
mistaken.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, this is Tally getting ploughed by the drive car.
Make it sound like a Chuck Tinkle book. Ploughed by the drive core.
Pounded in the butt by the warp drive on the SS Normandy.
It's not warp, and yeah. I
I
see what Grace
know,
means
I know.
about... Yeah.
You just had a science word to drive and you got a new form of propulsion.
Yeah.
Propulsion.
Yeah, but they work differently.
Fucking hell,
I'm
fun
sorry.
police. Jesus, what?
Yeah,
I know we're both pedants
yeah.
when it comes to our
Our special
our
interests.
special interests.
Yeah.
So let's call a truce.
Fine. You know what? We can get behind one thing. Actually, no, we can't get behind this. But I'm just gonna send it for Grace's benefit. So this is a fic of Femshep and a Geth Prime. So Geth Primes, that picture of Legion where he's all buff and Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but he's 12 foot tall.
Oh, yes.
And Femshep has decided to romance one of
Damn
them.
right she is. She's going to climb that thing like a tree, isn't she?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
4
fantastic.
chapters. It's not finished. It was last updated in 2014, so it probably
But
never
it's
will.
4 chapters.
But it's 4 chapters of Shepard and a Geth Prime.
Yeah, happy birthday, Grace.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is your birthday coming up,
Yeah.
isn't it? Here's my present. It's introducing you to 12-foot
I'll
tall
thank,
robot
I'll
man.
thank the unaware author.
Thank you, Shadow Meld. Oh, there's 2 of Geth Prime Femshep.
I love it when an idea catches on.
The other one's sort of a mixed bag of all the different fics. Of lots of different ships, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is called A Grab Bag by Tinderwolf. And, yeah, one of the ships is Geth Prime and Femshep. There's also Femshep Garrus Vicarian, Femshep Admiral Hackett, David Anderson, who is kind of your father figure,
Oh, he's got everybody in here.
the Elusive Man, a CSEC Requisitions Officer, Femshep and Rex, which is the tag I'm going to be searching for in a bit, Saren, who's the villain in the first game.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember Saren.
Saren was good. And Thane. So my prediction for Grace on the Smash or Pass, I fully expected you to pick the Krogans as your favourite race.
I can't remember what the Krogans are.
The big
The
turtle
big-
boys.
Big turtle boys.
Why would he?
yeah.
Why?
They're big and buff and kind of
Fucking
turtly.
ugly.
They're
Oh,
heroes in a
that's
half
hurtful.
Shut up. I'm not into TNT. TNMT. Whatever. I like TNT, just not the turtles.
And- Fair.
You're not into that particular brand of explosive.
I like turtles. I like ninjas. I don't like teenagers, and that's where TMNT falls apart.
Got you.
So what if they were like octogenarian mutant ninja turtles?
No, actually, just drop the mutant ninja turtles altogether. I'm not interested. Despite
it's
what
the
my
mutant part
half
that's
sister
also a deal
thinks when
breaker.
I accidentally sent her that
Yes.
fucking fanfiction.
Oh, I remember that.
That was a beautiful
You have
moment.
just reminded me of that. That was fantastic.
It was all many years ago, but it haunts me every time I look into her eyes. Because she looks back at me and like her
Have you ever
eyes don't
explained?
seem to have the same light when she looks at other people. Like something in there fades away when she looks upon me.
Wow.
Oh no, that's.
I'm
yeah.
so sorry that happened to you.
No, you're not.
Even though it made for excellent TV.
It was hilarious. Yeah.
I'm actually amazed we've carried on the show since then, because we definitely peaked.
Oh come on, really?
No, we didn't peak. We've had other funny moments. I'm kidding.
We've arrived at the bottom of the barrel.
I actually can't remember what episode that was, so I can't recommend new listeners going back to find it.
What, the bottom of the barrel we arrived
No,
at?
the turtle one.
Okay.
It wasn't even a turtle thick. It just came up.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake. Right.
There's a lot of Krogan romance, by the way.
I need you to tell me who all these characters are, because I've got something called
Okay.
Your Dad Is My Cardio and Other Torture Tactics from the Desk of Avitus Rix Spectre by Castellao.
That name doesn't ring a bell. Can you post it?
I have.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's a prompt, Phil.
Grace, where did you post it?
Oh, God, if I've sent it to my half-sister again.
So fix for part 1, the last thing I see in that channel is something I posted.
Scroll up 2.
Yeah, scroll up, you dick.
Oh, sorry, Dad. Oh, sorry. I didn't realise. I thought you meant posted it just now. I'm sorry.
No, I waited for you to stop talking.
Okay, Avitus Rix, I think. He's definitely a minor character. He sounds like a Turian to me.
I will do a Google.
It looks like he's from Andromeda.
Local petroleum company. So, yeah, Avitus Rix is a Turian ex-Spectre who was handpicked to join the Andromeda Initiative by Pathfinder Mackin Barrow as his second-in-command. So he's
Okay.
in the Andromeda
Okay, cool. So the Pathfinders were like the elite hot shit who were sent to explore the galaxy.
See, I picked it because I saw a tag saying, Garrus is being bullied by his father's boyfriend. Keeps him humble, I suppose.
I do think Avcus was related to Garrus's dad, from what I remember.
Oh,
My memory of Andromeda is not fantastic.
Avitus is a gremlin who genuinely enjoys causing psychological damage to C-Sec at large. Castis puts up with a remarkable amount so long as he gets fed whilst it happens.
There's a lot of Turian lore here.
Yeah.
Like, there's notes for Turian food and things like that.
Okay.
This author's done a lot of good on this extra lore thing.
Yeah, I'm looking in crack.
I should really look in crack myself. Let me add the crack tag.
There is some good crack.
I should probably try and find my favourite war criminal as well, but I don't think there'll be much on here. Okay, this fic is called The Reaper and the Worst Woman in the World by Impish Biscuit.
What's the relationship in this?
Kazumi Goto and Saren Arterius. So Saren is the villain of the first game. He's like Garrus, but he's got a robot arm and he's kind of evil.
Yeah.
Kazumi is the team thief, and she's not romanceable, normally.
Okay.
And I guess we're shipping them together. Notes, I'm never spinning the Wheel of Horn ever again.
I really like how the Wheel of Horn is a thing.
I've never seen the Wheel of Horn. I'm assuming that this is just pulling out two characters and shipping them.
Yeah, I reckon you dump a load of characters from your favourite fandom into one end, and it spits
spin
out...
the Wheel of Horn.
Yeah, you spin the Wheel of Horn, and it spits out two characters which you now must go out and ship.
Okay, I've googled the Wheel of Horn. It is not a thing, unfortunately.
Somebody who's good at coding should write that.
Write me the Wheel of Horn. I'll
Yeah.
get in touch with our programmer friend, and we'll see what we can come up with.
It would be pretty simple. Like, you've just got to put like a list of names into one end, and then it spits two out the other.
And you've just got to make them fuck.
Yeah, you've just got to make them fuck. Or end up in a relationship together and do cute things.
Good luck. Okay. Wow. Out of all Mass Effect, there's only 37 works in crack treated seriously.
Only 37?
Out of 30,000, yeah.
Wow, people are pretty
That's
serious
nuts.
about their...
People are
Mass
very
Effect.
silly about their crack if
Yeah.
they're not using crack treated seriously, but presumably there's lots of crack.
Yeah.
Assuming Garrus control.
Oh, hang on. This might be quite sweet.
Okay.
This is called First Man on Mars by Red Typewriter.
Okay.
The summary is, Kazumi has stolen a drive with every Earth rom-com made before 2030. Tally plans
Oh.
a movie night.
Nice.
That sounds nice.
So, yeah, they're just sitting around watching rom-coms and talking a lot about...
Okay, they are all real. So Bridget Jones's Diary is in here.
Hey!
Someone has suggested, what if side quests in Mass Effect worked like the ones in Yakuza? Hell, what if everything in Mass Effect
I'm here
worked
for
like
this.
it did in Yakuza? And I've already sent it.
Spectre
You're welcome.
Lagokuto.
By
Spectre
Al
Gagoku.
Fletcher.
Okay.
I want to see Space Captain Kiryu.
Yeah, there isn't really an option to make Kiryu as Shepard, because Kiryu is neither Paragon nor Renegade. He's just sort of stoic.
Well, the thing is, he does some, like, pretty reprehensible things during his career in the Yakuza and out of it, all in the name of getting the Yakuza to leave him alone. But, like,
I
all
think
the
you'll
side
find-
quests are really wholesome.
I think you'll find Kiryu has committed 0 crimes. He even pays his taxes, for God's sake.
So he's definitely a paragon, but makes money in renegade ways.
Yeah, but the Normandy doesn't have a karaoke bar. And honestly, I think the series is worse off for that.
Maybe it does in this.
That'd be great.
And to be honest...
Here's an old Earth ballad.
And to be
Baka
honest,
Mitai.
it is the fucking future, so I'm sure they can say to Edie, look, how do we do karaoke on you?
Yeah. Well, you just need the ship speakers, really.
Yeah, ship speakers, a microphone, some recordings of music.
Oh, but because Kiryu is born to suffer, it's going to be a bad ending for Garrus.
Yeah, Garrus
And
will.
they're going to
will
end up
die.
fighting shirtless on top of the Citadel,
Yeah,
like yelling at each other. And I don't want that for Garrus.
Okay, would you rather they turned into animals? Specifically the Zootopia animals.
I'm gonna say yes. I don't know what I'm getting for, but I'm gonna say
They're
yes.
getting a second on a Zootopia, so...
They are. We should do Zootopia on this show at some point.
Are you sure?
I still need to watch Zootopia.
I'm not sure. I've watched Zootopia, but I'm still not sure I ship a rabbit with a fox, but here we are.
There's 4,000 works in the Zootopia fandom.
Fucking hell. Yeah, a lot of people had, like, crushes on Nick Wilde back in the day.
I saw a post a while back. It was just choose your furry alignment chart or something. And there was him, there was the wolf from BNA.
I mean, the generation before that, it was the fox
Robin Hood.
wasn't
Yeah, he was on there too.
Yeah, Mum liked Robin Hood, you like Nick Wilde.
So Nick Wilde is Garrus in this.
Yes.
And Judy Hopps is Commander Shepard. That's a hell of a mental image. Who's Honey the Badger? I mean, I can believe Jack is a honey badger. That fits her personality quite well. Okay.
Flash 100-yard dash is a sloth.
Oh, nice.
And that's Dr. Morden Solace.
Oh, that's even better, because Morden Solus, he speaks really quickly.
Yeah.
That's his whole thing.
He is your... there's a lot of the brain box tropes about Morden Solus.
Yeah. This looks good, actually. And they do just transform by the looks of it. How long did it take a sloth to pull the trigger? No. Okay, now I'm into this. There's a lot of good here.
Yeah, it does actually look quite fun, and that's by Culcum. Spelt with K's.
Oh, I've lost what I was going to show you guys. I've got too many tabs open.
Guys!
Yes, no, Nick, I've been sat on this one. I need to go next.
I've
been sat on this since Hitchhiker's Guide.
I am literally going to fucking explode. I've found that...
Nope.
Right, just...
Fine, you can have this one. Oh, God, okay. Yeah, you win.
This is My Immortal, a Mass Effect parody.
Oh, God.
Hey, another one. Fucking hell.
Ebony, Darkness, Dementia, Raven, Shepard.
Of course. Okay, author's note. This started as a joke between me and my roommate, which I cracked on the Mass Effect fanfiction writers group on Facebook. It started as a shitpost, but now I'm now being encouraged to write more chapters. For context, I encourage you to read the original My Immortal, the best worst Harry
100%.
Potter fanfic ever written.
Oh, there's only one chapter. I would have loved to see this keep going.
Yeah, please.
Hey, Ebony, look up. It's Saren.
Please, Changeling Cat, if you ever get wind of this, write more of this.
If you do, I'll sweeten the pig. We'll read it.
Yes, we will read it on our show.
Why do you say sweet in the pig? I thought it was sweet in the pot.
I don't know. I don't know where I picked that up.
Sweeten the pig.
Like glazing it while it's still alive.
I guess so. Anyway, you know that hot war criminal I found?
Yes.
Which one, living or fake?
Admiral Darazen Vazmora,
Oh, fake, okay.
the Quarian, voiced by the lovely Claudia Black, who I've had a crush on since I was a preteen.
A match made in hell.
There's several fics shipping Shepard with Admiral Darazen. There are 5, in fact.
Oh, okay.
Which is a lot more than I expected. This is called A Match Made in Hell by Anas Anata. The war is over, the Reapers are beaten, and yet people continue to drop problems into the lap of the newly appointed Admiral Shepard. In this case, the problem comes in the condescending and cold Darozan. Formerly a member of the Admiralty Board, now disgraced. She's placed into custody aboard Shepard's new flagship.
So, it's a bit like the Doctor with Missy.
Yeah, enemies to lovers.
While he tries to figure out what to do with his brilliant but ruthless captive, the two continue to engage in battles of wits and subtle cruelty, eventually leading to a most unusual outcome.
This is 5,000 words long. It is treated very seriously by the looks of things.
Oh, it's not actually enemies to lovers, it's just...
No, it's enemies to hate sex.
To hate sex, yeah.
I can get behind that.
There is no forgiveness here.
Yeah. Seal of approval. Okay, there's another person who's written in the Darazen Shepard shipping community.
Okay.
This is called A Taste from Space by... Hang on. Let me post it first. This is A Taste for Space by Covers Up Daddy's War Crime.
Covers up Daddy's war crime.
Yes.
Fantastic name.
Wow, okay.
This person clearly has a type, and it's war criminals.
Fuck's sake.
Tell a lie, they've only written 2 fics, and the other is a Tally Shepard fic. Presumably it's Shepard committing the war crimes, and is the daddy in this situation.
Or not.
I guess we may have to find out.
Or Tally ends up stepping on you.
Ooh. I mean, her feet are quite pointy, or at least the ones in the suit are.
Yeah,
What, it's got built-in high heels.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. I think it's just the
Fuck's
shape of
sake.
her legs because they're not
Mhm.
quite. They're not quite human shaped.
Yeah.
They've got like bends in them that we don't have.
Mhm.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. I mean, the
I'll
thick hips are kind of distracting.
Yeah, I was just looking at. Didn't know it had a face at first. And it
We
didn't.
still don't know if she has a face.
Well, we
You're-
kind of do because there is a face reveal apparently. But
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it's
but-
bad.
He said he's not willing to accept that.
Do you want to
so-
see the face?
Yeah, go on. I see
Okay.
the face.
I guess we've got this far.
Yeah, go on, let me Google. It's very anticlimactic.
I'm kind of disappointed because they could have gone with like literally any aspect of biology. She is a fucking alien.
Yeah, they could have done.
Right, let's have
Right.
a look.
Yeah, hold on. Here we go.
Where are you putting it?
Right into the Discord with all the fics.
Oh, I thought you were going to put it in the Hot Alien Smash or Pass. Because I've
So-
still got that open for whatever fucking reason.
So, on the left, we got standard Tally. In the middle, we have the stock image that they used to base the image on the right on, which is the canon Tally face.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not. It's not the.
3
It's-
games of mystery of what does Tally look like? What do the Quarians look like?
And she's just a stock. She's just a stock.
They took
image
her from
woman,
Photo Bucket, yeah.
painted blue and with the fucking eyes blanked out with white.
Yeah, and some fancy hands.
My disappointment is immeasurable,
Yeah.
and my day is ruined.
Hence why all of the fan versions.
Dating game.
I mean, it's not a dating game. It's just got dating elements, but yeah,
It's a dating game.
it kind of is. Yeah,
Dating game.
they knew people liked Tally, and that's what they went with. And they're cowards.
I mean, they should have never really done a face reveal. Let's be honest.
No, if they didn't have a plan, they shouldn't have done a face reveal.
That's so
There are
normal.
fan versions that look better,
What? More alien looking.
more
ones.
alien-y. Yeah,
That's
That-
such a weird.
yeah.
thing
Not to
get
sound like a
upset about.
monster fucker, but
But,
yeah, they
you're
should have
going to
made her
sound
more
like
alien. I mean, they should have done because making her just look human that's not it.
I mean, everything else is pretty human.
Yeah,
Like
Mm.
all
Oh.
the aliens in it look pretty human, minus their
Mhm.
faces.
so they got around that with the Asari because they keep pointing out that other aliens see the Asari as looking like them.
Right.
Like the Turians look at the Asari and say, "Yeah, they just look Turian."
Oh, okay.
The Solarians look at them and they're like, "Oh yeah, I only see Solarian features."
Hmm.
So they get around it that way. I see what you mean.
Everyone else, no excuse.
Exactly. Okay. Are there any niche ones I want to look into a bit more? I found my niche romance with the war criminal.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm going to look at...
You are now happy.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Jim
'Cause
just turns off and goes home. Yeah.
I'm done now.
It's been fun, guys.
There's Liara's mum, who is voiced by Councillor Troy from Star Trek. Be nice to see her. I don't know. Oh, let's look at Thane. Yeah. Oh no, I was going to look for Kai Lang to see how the fandom treats him. Because it's going to be one or two things. He's going to be beloved, edgy bad boy, or they're just going to treat him like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Why is there so much crossover with Dragon Age 2?
Because it's the same developers.
Is that it?
I think so.
Okay.
They play with similar mechanics as well. It's just one's fantasy.
Okay, that's interesting. I'd have thought that wouldn't be grounds enough to...
Yeah, I mean, the writing style for BioWare is fairly consistent throughout.
Okay.
I don't know why specifically Dragon Age 2, though.
Maybe similar people like the game and they ended up liking both of them.
Yeah. I mean, Dragon Age 2 is the first one to copy Mass Effect more in terms of, like, its gameplay. So maybe that's it.
Okay.
Like, there's the BioWare wheel. I don't know if you've seen that around, like the conversation wheel.
No.
Okay, that's kind of famous of their style. And Dragon Age 2 has the BioWare wheel for the first time.
Okay.
So yeah, Kai Lang, there is a fair bit shipping him with FemShep. It's also him and all the bad girls. Like, there's some with Jack. There's some... Hang on, there's Kai Lang Harry Potter here in this list.
Oh, no way.
So I'm gonna have to see... Oh, there's only one in that. Okay, I guess I have to.
Is it him and Draco?
It's him and Harry Potter.
How does that... He gets everywhere. How does he get everywhere?
Harry Potter he's kind of the slut of all fandoms, isn't he? Like,
A little
I'm
bit,
sure-
yeah.
I mean, he was prolific as fanfiction net came about.
yeah,
suppose it
but
just carried
I
on
think
from
he's
there.
banged someone from every universe at this point.
We have seen him in Animal Crossing, of all things.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair.
So this is Dragon's Child by Moondance R. Before Cerberus? Sean Connery's coming back. Before Cerberus, before even the Alliance, Kai Lang and the immortal Master of Death.
Why is Harry Potter the Master of Death?
Because he comes back from the dead twice in the books? Maybe just the once.
I think he avoids death once and comes back from the dead.
That's the one.
From the dead twice.
Full disclosure, I never finished the Harry Potter books.
Oh, I did.
And I'm not going to.
Yeah,
No,
no,
I
that's fair
didn't.
enough.
Mine's purely film knowledge. Shoot me.
After book... there was the big gap between book 4 and book 5. And by that point, I had lost interest. I
Okay.
just couldn't get back into it, so I just gave up.
I read them all because I really enjoyed them, but I kind of stopped caring half an hour after I finished the Deathly Hallows. Like I haven't,
Okay.
I haven't
Like,
even
it's-
seen all of the films.
You put the book down, you were like, well, that's enough Harry Potter for one lifetime, and you never thought about it again.
Well, this is it. I read it and sort of thought, and then thought about it for half an hour, and then I've never really felt the need to go back.
No, I can respect that.
Fast
know.
and Furious came out, and then suddenly you were just full on that.
Oh yeah, Nick didn't even like cars back when he was into Harry Potter. Like, that was the original.
Oh no, it absolutely wasn't.
No, I know it wasn't.
I have liked cars for as long as I've been alive. All 31
I can
years.
believe that. So there is one Kai Lang / original female character. I'm not actually going to cover it because I don't want to feel like I'm bullying them, but
Who,
it's
Kai Lang?
it's an odd choice for someone to have a crush on Kai Lang.
Yeah.
It's not, though.
He's so bad.
In a game about fucking aliens and monsters and bland men, it's really not.
He is the
that
blandest
out there.
man of all. Yeah, I
Some
guess so.
Out of all the spices, some people just like flour, James.
That's beautiful.
That's fair. But yes, if that is your thing, there is one Kai Lang original female character out there. You're welcome to look for it in your own times.
Yep, there you go. Have at it, go nuts.
Okay. Are there any last-minute searches before we end this? Because we have been going for 2 hours.
I can't find anything because I've stopped looking because I'm tired.
Okay. That says it all. Okay, Nick, is there anything you want to add?
I pretty much got there with the My Immortal.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard to top that.
Yeah, I found pretty much. Well, I wasn't really looking for it, but I found something.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot today. Yeah, let's wrap this up. What have we learned today, everyone? I learned that Grace is more unpredictable than I thought in her taste in Aliens.
I learned that sometimes you get exactly what you're expecting.
Okay.
And I want to tie in from that and say, because James's algorithm says footer. and James agrees.
I don't know what's happening there. I didn't ask
deny
for
it.
I did not ask for footer.
And he didn't deny that he likes finding it.
I didn't feel the need to because we're not
Blatant.
we're not a show about kink shaming. If you're into
It's
that,
not
good
kink
on you.
It's not kink shaming. It's just that you didn't deny not being into it.
Well, I'm not into it, but
Oh, okay.
I'm
okay.
happy to support people who are.
All right.
Good on you.
That's exactly what you would say if you were into it.
You like what you like, despite how difficult it is to accommodate for that in the real world.
Be fair.
Good luck.
Yeah, I just noticed there was a lot of Garrus, there was a lot of Tally.
There's a lot of Garrus.
Yeah.
Not as much Thane as I expected.
No, I expected more Thane.
Considering he was strategically designed to accommodate the AO3 demographic.
Yeah, it was probably made by someone who isn't really into men.
Oh, maybe.
Just guessing.
Well,
'Cause he just looked too male model-esque
I see.
to look.
I think this is the problem. Sometimes when you go out and you try and design something to appeal based on sort of market research, it's like Ford did a survey back in the 1980s, and they asked all the Sierra owners what they would like, and they just said, well, a slightly better Sierra. So, yeah.
I would love to know if the team at Nintendo knew Prince Sidon would be popular, or if that was a complete wild card.
They have had that interview, and the people
really?
in charge of that went like oddly silent and just sort of like had this like cracked a smile.
I see.
And I was like, yeah, all right. Funnily
'Cause-
enough, Disney did a poll amongst all the female members of their staff about what the best boy looks like, and then they came up with
That's the bloke from Tangled, isn't it?
yeah, Rapunzel's.
Yeah, they wrote
Rapunzel's
him
fella.
to be like the most hottie guy they could. I think they did a decent job with him.
Yeah, they did do a decent job,
Yeah.
because after that they had a couple of designs and they ran it through a poll, and then yeah, he came out.
Oh, they surgically crafted the best kind of suave, roguish man.
This is the thing. It does work sometimes. Like,
It's your basic bard.
Capcom must have known what they were doing.
Yeah, I was
when
about
they
to add to
designed
that.
Lady Dimitrescu.
Because I don't know if Nintendo knew what they do with Prince Sidon. I absolutely know Capcom knew what they were doing with Lady
Yeah.
Dimitrescu. There is no doubt in my mind that was
100%.
planned. And God bless them for doing it.
And then they sold like 8-foot tall
Body
towels,
pillows,
didn't they?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was towels, wasn't it? Yeah, I mean a
Yeah.
body pillow would be difficult with that kind of size. So, yeah, I know they had that in mind for sure. I was surprised they haven't done it more often. or
Maybe it's
other
everywhere,
companies.
but we just haven't noticed it because they hadn't like done so well.
It's hard to hide big ladies in plain sight though,
It is.
because they're so big.
Pretty sure there was another big lady recently. No, like Pokemon's jumping on the big ladies. We've got all the butch ladies in Scarlet
Oh,
and
yeah.
Violet, and the one in Arceus.
Yeah, I think there was one recently, and I can't remember who it was.
It's trending. It's trending.
we're
they're
getting
they're
there.
gaining traction.
It's not just
Prince-
Bayonetta.
Principal Weems.
Yeah, there does seem to be a lot of big ladies about.
Gwendolyn Christie's going to be a busy woman playing
Yeah.
all of them in the TV adaptations. She'd be a good Commander Shepard, to be honest.
Yeah.
There you go. That's my dream casting for Shepard. Actually, in all seriousness, I can't think of anyone else. Oh well. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun. This is going to be a long one, so we won't ramble on too much. Thank you for listening, if you made it this far. Join us in 2 weeks, where we will be reading some fics we liked from the Mass Effect fandom. And yeah, if you enjoyed the show, best way to support us is tell your friends and help us spread the word so
Yep.
everyone knows what we're doing out here. That's probably going to be an awkward conversation, especially with this episode, but I encourage you to do it anyway.
Yeah, I reckon if you're already here, then you already have friends who would appreciate us.
I hope so.
On the other hand, if you have friends, you probably don't listen to this.
Oh, come on.
Chris, I'm sure plenty of people who listen to us have friends.
I don't have friends.
Yes, you do. We're right here.
All right.
Wow. I thought you liked us, Grace. I guess not.
I have a feeling there was a "is that it" in that.
I'd also like to thank Blue, who donated £10 to our Ko-fi yesterday. Much
Oh, that's nice of
appreciated.
them.
The other way you can support us, if you really like us, but I understand money's tight, you don't have to. Donate to our Ko-fi and Patreon, keep the show running. I mean, it'll keep running regardless unless I get laid off, but it helps pay for the expenses of the show. If you join our Patreon, you can get access to our Discord, where you'll get early access to the show. It'll be as soon as I'm done editing it. And you get to see all the weird shit we post as we go.
You get a little window into the lives of 3 common or garden variety British people.
Yeah.
Who just so happen to like fanfics.
And now we have a Smash or Pass Alien channel, which, who knows, maybe we'll post in that every now and again just to see what opinions the team have.
It's what we end up getting known for instead of any of the fanfics.
Oh god, yeah. Rating exotic romance.
Somebody will join just for the express purpose, just so they can post, like, I don't know, Xenomorph.
They're going to post the...
34.
Yeah, I was thinking, post the Xenomorph. Grace, tell me what you think. and then leave when they get their opinion. Which, fair. But yeah, thanks for listening if you made it this far. Reminder, come listen to us on Fridays for our other show, Fanfics and Chill. We're currently reading Silently on the Brink of Orgasm. There's a lot of monster fucking in there, so if you enjoy this episode, you'll probably enjoy that too.
I think you'd enjoy it regardless, to be fair.
I think you'd enjoy it regardless. Yeah, it's been wild so far.
It has been a wild ride.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, thanks for listening, and see you next time. Good night.
You know.
Good night.